Good morning, viewers. Walter here, tinkering in the workshop. I pulled out this old CB radio out of the cabinet over there. I thought, just for kicks, let's see if we can get it to power on. I don't have an antenna, so I'm measuring off a couple pieces of wire. Let's make it 102 inches. And I've measured a while ago, and right about there, a little over 102. So I got two pieces of wire for a make-do antenna. I'll separate them because I don't want them to run the same direction. And I don't know if this radio is even going to power on. Believe me, it has not been turned on in probably 30 years. So let's run this antenna. We can't get vertical down here in the basement, but we can get semi-vertical. Let's wrap it around that screw right there. As far as I know, there might not even be any radio signals out there. We'll make that one, and it's horizontal. We'll just lay it on the floor. We'll be lucky if it'll even power on. Okay, let me wrap this somewhere it won't fall on the ground. No, that's metal. I would just lay it right here for now. Believe me, this is just nonsensical tinkering. No reason to get dressed to go out, so I'm still in my pajamas. What we're looking at today is when I can't read you the name upside down, let's turn it over. Pwalpar. SS stands for single sideband. SS 3500. Do not have a microphone hooked up to it, but I got one over there we can get hooked up if we have to. I don't remember if we need a microphone to get audio or not. This was one of the radios I had set up let's see, this is an external speaker wire with a three-way switch. So I had it set up on a bench to switch from one speaker to the other one. Since I don't have a speaker hooked up, we'll have to go with the built-in speaker. Here's a power wire coming off of that side. That lug nut is not big enough to fit on my ground over there, but we got alligator clips. Let's see if we can get it to power on. I'm going to tell you something about these Harbor Freight little alligator emergency clips. Here's an old one that was on my workbench for years. Old style. This got made with a soft rubber coating, and it's easy to squeeze, although it is a little rusty. You can get a grip on it and squeeze it. Well, these things from Harbor Freight, this rubber is kind of a nylon plastic, and it slips when you squeeze the alligator clip. And you got to have a grip like a gorilla to even open. See, I'm squeezing the alligator clip and the rubber is just sliding around. See how that slid out? I didn't spend but a couple dollars on these, but they got a spring in them alligator clips that'll get your attention. Okay, let's take and hook up to 12 volts. Hook it right there. We'll hook this to here. Need to lay that up on something insulated because you don't want it to short out. Okay. Bear with me, I'll get it hooked up eventually. Okay, we got power hooked up to the radio. Antenna. Put that right in the middle. Shove it up in there. I assume it's making contact. We're ready for a cold start. Alright, see if I can remember how to turn it on. NB, noise blank. ANL, I don't remember what that is. CB or PA, we want it on CB. Alright, gain is on. Bright or dim doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Clarifier, AM, US sideband. Alright, here we go. I'm going to turn it on. Oh, not without some power, we ain't. Okay, nothing happened. Make sure we're still hooked up. 12 volts. Oh, gotta ground the radio. Let's ground it right here to this plug on the side. Great, the power unit didn't come on. Power supply didn't come on. It didn't quit working. I never plugged it in. All right, after all those trial runs, let's make one last attempt. Contact? Nope. Oh. By George, I sure flipped enough buttons to get some power. We got the power supply on. The radio did not come on. I wonder if it's going to have the microphone hooked up. Well, we've hooked all that up. We might as well go with a microphone. Well, maybe the radio ain't working anymore. I am missing one of my D104 microphones. Hope somebody hadn't made off with it. This might not be the one that's supposed to be hooked up to this radio. And it ain't got a battery in it, so that might have an effect on it too. Well, that didn't make a lot of difference. Well, that was a lot of trouble to turn on a radio that ain't even working. Well, see if I can find another radio to try. That radio needs some attention. Dug in my box and found another CB radio. It's one I had stuck in one of my old railroad trucks some years ago. Well, a lot of years ago. But the more I think about it, I might not have had the ground hooked up properly. on that sideband radio I had out here a while ago. We're going to tinker with this one just a little bit. Let me put this ground wire on that screw there, but I don't remember hooking the ground up a while ago to that screw. That might have been why the radio didn't come on. Gotta find a place to get a ground on this radio. Well, let's just ground it to this cigarette lighter plug. It's hooked up to it already. Well, that's kind of a dodgy way to hook something up, but let's see if we got any power. We got power to the radio. No, got no signal coming in. Where's my other brown wire? Need another alligator clip. Well, the radio power's on, but I don't hear any conversation. I think it's on channel 19 right now. Let's just listen a minute and see if we hear anything. George, I think I'm going to go drag out that sideband and try it one more time. Because I think that was a working radio. You gotta realize all I got is a wire hooked up for an antenna, but that ought to be receiving something. You know what I'm thinking? There's just nobody talking right now. Now that static noise you hear is just ground noise. I got the squelch opened all the way up. I hope that wasn't coming out on the TV upstairs. Let's go get that single sideband and try it again. See if we get anything. I got it turned on. Oh, we got power to the radio. I didn't have the ground hooked up a while ago. Now, I've got to hook up the antenna wire. Oh, let's see, where is it? Here it is. Let's just hook it to the ground right here. This radio hadn't played in 30 years. Okay, we're on AM, channel 19. Upper sideband and lower sideband. Let's try a lower sideband. We used to switch it to PA, have a speaker hooked up under the hood of your car, and you could talk to people when you go by. Hey, Joe, what are you doing over there by that tree? What I'd say most likely is just nobody within range here, within range from my little wire to pick up. There's nobody talking here in Griffin. I don't mean somewhere in this world there ain't somebody talking on this radio. It would be nice to hear one transmission. Go back to regular AM. I knew my radio worked, I just didn't know how to hook it up anymore. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Channel 19 might be the best opportunity to hear anything. I'm not getting much of a signal on the meter at all. Well, I am down in the basement, so outdoors might be an entirely different story. When's the last time did you listen to radio noise on a ground noise on a CB radio? I bet it's been a while. I thought I heard something. Listen. Hey, Pwalpar, are you there? Come in, Pwalpar. I knew I'd catch something on here. I'm talking to myself. Technically, it's illegal to rebroadcast a radio signal. But I don't think anybody's going to point their finger at me. Well, viewers, maybe somebody up on CBs, up on their recent CB knowledge, would tell me, is it common not to hear anybody on a CB these days? You know, 99.9% of everybody's got a cell phone. But it's still some good junk. I'm not about to throw it away. And that's going to be the end of my test on my single sideband radio for today. But I think we're going to do some more tinkering with this thing. I'll dig around the garage or somewhere and see if I can find a mobile CB antenna. Tell you what we'll do. I'm not going to do it right now, but we'll get out my big radios and try them to see if they'll still power on. My base station radios. The worst thing I ever did was tear up and throw away my base station antenna that was outside. I should have left it put together and put it away. I bet you couldn't find one on the market nowadays for nothing. I wonder if that red light works. Now, take a look. Now let's go upstairs and see what the better half is doing for today. Thanks for tinkering in the shop with me today. This is Walter saying have a good evening.